I want people to know that we are just a nice family of 3. Stand up. Good boy. Yeah, we might be in wheelchairs, but we're no different to them. Good boy, that's it. And why does the world not see us capable of being parents? Because at the end of the day, our little boy is just like any other little boy. He's happy and he is very, very much loved. Oh, what have you got? Is it the hair? No, don't eat it. That's nasty. All gone. Gone. All gone. It's gone. High five. Boom.
Rowan's turned to definitely a little character. He's definitely full of energy, very cheeky.
Which one should we read? Neither, of course. He's very quick at learning, and he's starting to speak more and repeating things. Wow! Woo! Good boy! More? Rowan's going to be 18 months next month. He's a very outgoing, funny little boy.
He's definitely got your look in his eye.
And yeah, he's definitely got your cheekiness.
He's a real mixture of both of us.
Yeah. Do you mind making me and Stevie a cup of tea? Yeah. I was diagnosed with SMA when I was around 18 months old. I would describe SMA as a weakness. All of my body is quite weak. My arms, my neck muscles, even my breathing. And I can't walk at all.
DMD stands for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and it's a muscle wasting condition that affects every organ.
So the difference between our disabilities is Stevie's DMD is more progressive than SMA.
Yeah, Mario's working tonight, yeah, and tomorrow.
And then it's Bobby in the morning. And then in the morning I've got to go to that kangaroo thing. We met around about 11 years ago, and we were playing power chair football. Stevie was on the opposing team to me. I just seen him across the sports hall and I was like, oh, he's a bit of alright.
Well, we started off as friends, didn't we? And then, now we've been married 5 years.
Now I'm stuck with him.
I definitely always wanted children, but being with Faye, I never realised that would have been really possible, but she's very determined, and when she's got her mind set on something, then she normally gets it, so.
I read an article about someone else with SMA, and she carried successfully and delivered her child, her little girl. It drove me to want to be a mum.
During pregnancy, it was a little bit scary, because knowing the risk like having a baby, and when Faye went down for the cesarean, that was probably the worst weight of my life, really. Getting the news that they were both okay was, well, I felt on top of the world, really.
Rowan was born, it was the 11th of October 2017.
Life after Rowan, it was a little bit of adjustment, but after a day or two, it just felt like he'd been there for years. Just felt really natural.
Oh, hello. Do.
The chances of Rowan getting our disabilities, it definitely played on my mind, but we had advice from someone and they said that he wouldn't get our disabilities. The only thing he did inherit was the SMA gene, but that would affect if he had children, but he would get tested for that.
Do you want some dinner? Are you on your bug? Oh. We remain as independent as possible with the help of our carers. Grab the tomatoes and the cucumber as well. Stick it in the bowl.
Look.
Oh, look, we're cooking.
You hungry?
Obviously, in relation to them helping Rowan, everything that they do is instructed by myself or Stevie.
Yeah.
And one of us is always present for any of his care. So whether that being changing his bum or putting him in the bath or feeding him, one of us will always be there. Give him a bit more pasta. I know, it's coming, it's coming. 2 minutes, be patient. You gotta be patient. That's it.
Happy?
Yeah, and then if we put him in his chair first, then we'll get sorted. So parenting isn't difficult because our guys that we have working for us are all very understanding, and they respect that. You okay? Are you chewing it properly? Tomato.
Yeah, and the other one as well.
Look, we've all got the same.
Yeah.
Just push me forward a little. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. Eat some more.
Happy day. Good boy, you alright? Wash your hands off. Good boy. The thing that stands out for me most is when Rowan hurts himself and we can't pick him up to sort of hold him. That's probably the one thing that I wish I could do. But obviously I'm grateful that they can do that for me. It's your turn.
Should I go? Are you going to stay in here with Daddy?
Should we go in here?
Yes.
What's this? Come on.
Uh-oh.
Rowan.
Come back, you. The hardest thing for me with Rowan is being able to pick him up and hold him tight. And just to let him know that I'm there for him. Yeah, that's hard to deal with.
We're going to the farm.
Go on the farm. You can't go to the farm without your shoes on. We're not classed as a normal human being. Like, we're not allowed to have children. In the car. Yeah, the birdies. And we're not allowed to be able to drive a car or own our own house or work. And that's how I feel that the public perceive us. Right? Should we put your hand strap on?
Hey. Oh, nearly.
When we're out and about in the general public, people never think that we are Rowan's parents.
It's a good boy.
That's it, good boy. They always just assume that whoever's with us is either his guardian or his mother or father, and that's quite upsetting, and it annoys us a little bit, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, it does. Yeah.
Because what is normal? What I want people to watch this and to know that we are just a nice family of three, and yeah, we might be in wheelchairs, but we're no different to them. Hiya, Mr. Goat. What? Come here. Stand on here. Say hello, Goat. It's nice to watch him grow up and yeah, for him to accept us as his parents, and that's heartwarming, and that is ultimately what I wanted when I started this journey, when I decided I wanted to be a parent, is will my child love me like a child loves any other mother? And the answer is yes. We love him so much, and he returns it. He gives that love back to us, and it makes everything worthwhile.
It does, definitely.
And it made all of the pain through pregnancy worthwhile, and yeah, he's good. I'm proud to be his mum, and I'm proud of who he's turned into be. Yeah.
He's off.
He's off.
Rowan, wait for us.
You're too fast.
Oh, he's after the bird.